Hi everyone, welcome back to World Class Inventors. This is number 5 in the series. So to recap where we left off, we talked about claiming your idea, how it would affect your thinking in your head, and how it affects your heart. I told you about joy welling up, and that happens because you're going to accept your idea. That's part of it. And the other part of it is, and you're unbeknownst to this, a small kernel of your dream is being planted in your heart at the very same time. Now, over time, during the course of this journey, your dream is going to grow. It's going to overtake you. You're going to be possessed of it. And eventually, it's going to be the rocket fuel that's going to be driving you to get to where you need to do and to accomplish everything that you've set out. As a result of this transformation, so to speak, it's a natural consequence for you to want to shout about your idea now that you've accepted it from the rooftops. That means you want to tell anybody that's walking around about your great new idea. And I warned you, I said, keep it close to your vest. This is a dangerous thing to do. Now, the reason why it's dangerous is you could be sharing this idea with individuals, companies, organizations. You don't know who these people are. I don't care if they've given you assurances. People do bad things, and you can lose your idea. It can be stolen out from underneath you in a heartbeat. And at this stage in the game, you have absolutely no recourse. So remember I told you ideas are as rare as hen's teeth, meaning money makers? Well, you just blew an idea, and you might not ever get another one again. So don't play. Don't do it. Keep it close to your vest. Now, I also mentioned that the experts out there and the voices, as I like to refer to them as, they'll tell you to go seek out an attorney to help you get you on the road with your idea. And they'll even suggest that you should go and see one of those invention help services companies. Again, I disagree with this, and I told you I would put forth my argument in this video. So let's get to it. Let's cover attorneys first, and then we'll get to the invention help services company. Attorneys. Maybe your first inclination is to contact your family attorney, the person who's helped you guys out with wills, real estate, trusts. Maybe you had survey issues or boundary issues to your property, municipal run-ins, that sort of thing. This is not what their specialty is. They will not be able to help you in any way, shape, or form, and they'll tell you that at first blush. So I'm just saving you that phone call. Don't waste your time. The other attorney that's going to pop into your mind quite naturally is a patent attorney. And they're also known in the business as a patent prosecution attorney. They're both one and the same. One has a legalistic name, the other one has more of a generic name. You don't want to call them for the overarching reason is this. It's way too early in the game. These people are experts at prosecuting patent applications according to the template that the PTO exacts. That's what they do. They don't do research. They don't investigate your idea. At best, what they'll do is they'll order an expensive patent search for you, and then they'll go through the results, and they'll compare the claims from this patent search to the claims of your novel or new and improved patent that you're going to be filing. You don't want to do this because they start off at $300 to $350 an hour, and they go up from there. They're not going to research it, and like I said, it's almost like a computer when you type into your search bar some search parameters. You're trying to find something out on a search engine. Your results oftentimes are just as good as what you type in there. And if you notice, you have to type it in several times to get to where you're going. Well, the same thing with a patent lawyer. If you come to them with limited information, you didn't do your research, you didn't build a prototype, you didn't write your own rough draft of a patent application, you didn't sketch out your claims, you can't argue why you should be awarded this patent. What they're going to file is more than likely going to get rejected. So you're putting your cart before the horse if you reach out for a patent attorney. It's that simple. Later on down the road, should you decide to file a patent, we will get into exactly what they do and what you might want to do with them to cut down costs and to get your application processed. But that's a conversation for much later. The other attorney that is in the same league but different that you might want to consider is an intellectual property attorney. These are the individuals that know the law, the broad intellectual property law that surrounds patents, trademarks, trade secrets, service marks, copyrights, and the like. They're very good at reviewing license agreements, drawing license agreements, non-disclosure agreements such as proprietary information agreements, trade secrets, and the like. They're good at drawing them and interpreting them. They are contract experts. They know what words mean when they're used in a legal way as it pertains to intellectual property. You don't want to call them either because they don't research. They're very good and they're going to be important when you get really far down the road, when you get offered a non-disclosure agreement such as a proprietary information agreement, and further on down the road for the license. They are experts at interpreting these documents, and that's what you want them for, because they can tell you what these very innocuous looking contracts say. You can't understand them at first. This is not your specialty, and what they do is specialized. It's way above my pay grade, and I'm assuming yours. You need them to read the tea leaves, and they're going to be telling you if you're being set up by the other side like a pigeon. So again, they have value, but not now. It's putting a cart before the horse. So at this point on my list are patent attorneys, intellectual property attorneys, and perhaps, depending on what you're doing, a patent agent. But I didn't get into patent agents, and I won't until further down the road. So that's my list of who you want to use to whatever degree you feel comfortable using them. So we're going to close it out with this. Invention help services companies. Those are the companies that advertise on television, sometimes with a celebrity or two, and they tell you to call them about your ideas. And they're going to help you define your idea, file for a patent perhaps, if that's what you're doing, file for a trademark perhaps, again, if that's what you're doing, fine-tune your idea. Then they're going to reach into their black book and they're going to find contacts in business and industry. They're going to open up the door, you're going to follow, and they're going to get you into a licensing agreement, and you're all going to live happily ever after and make a lot of money. Now, if this was true, if this happened routinely, I wouldn't be doing this video series, but that's not the case. That's not how it works. That's not how it happens. If it were that easy, I'd be doing it. So here's what I want to say about them. It's an a la carte menu, like going into a place of fine dining where you're paying for the salad, you're paying for the coffee, you're paying for the baked potato, you're paying for the snails, and it goes on and on and on. You can start out and you can blow through $5 grand And before you know it, you can get to 30. And there's no guarantee. They can't guarantee you, and I can't guarantee you what I'm teaching you either. I'm just showing you how to do it. So there's no guarantees. You can get to 30K. If I thought this process was going to cost you 15,000, 20, 30, and even 10, I wouldn't be doing this because it would be out of reach for most of you. So what I'm going to do in the next video, I think I'm going to look up the current fee schedule for the USPTO and Copyright Office, tell you what those fees are, and I'm going to give you a baseline approximation of what each one of these things is going to run you. So getting back to the invention help services companies, this is important. They can't speed up the process. They can't make it go any faster. It's not more efficient. They can't necessarily do a better job, and they certainly can't do it more cost effectively than you. They're middlemen, they're contractors. Most of what they do is not done in-house, so they have to go to the outside, to third-party providers, the figure illustrators, the patent search companies, the attorneys, the patent agents if they use them. And what they're doing is they're putting a percentage on top of it, and that's how it works. Now, I am not bad-mouthing them in any way, shape, or form, and I'm going to refrain from bad-mouthing anybody to the best of my ability. I'm just not endorsing them. But whatever you want to do is your business. But at least I laid it out there. We all have a free will and act accordingly. So I'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot. Ask any kind of question you want, and God bless you. Have a great day.